Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice, and this is my embellished life. You guys, the shenanigans have begun with my knitwear fabric. So, if that's something you want to hear about, let's get in it. You guys know that one of my maker goals for this year is to use knit fabric. And I've told you guys already that I had such trepidation with sewing knitwear fabric and that I'm a woven fabric girl at heart. Well, I decided back in April to put on my big girl panties and to cut into one of my knit fabric. And let me tell you, ooh, shenanigans on top of shenanigans. This is a Vugudu hair. Looking. Anyway, so the pattern that I decided to use is the Monday morning dress pattern by Ellie and Mac. Now, I must say that no, let me start with the good thing first. The good thing is that I'm over my trepidation of using knitwear fabric. I don't know what I was worrying about. I don't know what the big fear or what it was about. The bad news is that I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would have. Oh my goodness. You know, when I had to motivate myself and gas myself up to cut the fabric, I've sat down and I've watched multiple YouTube videos and with people enjoying using the knitwear, how to handle knitwear, what's the best techniques to make sure you don't, stretch the knit fabric out and all of that thing. I did my research, people. I did my research. Why did I not enjoy the process? I did it. Oh my God. And let me just put a disclaimer out there. It has nothing to do with the pattern itself. The Monday morning dress pattern is very beginner friendly. If you're looking to get into knitwear, I would highly recommend the pattern. It did not enjoy the process. But granted, this is the first time that I've used knit fabric, so I'm not going to write it off just yet. I can't write it off just yet. Do you know how many knit fabric I own? Oh no, that's a travesty. We need to come to an agreement in some way, shape, or form, because I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I'm not planning to open a fabric museum here. We gotta use this fabric. So I need to find a middle ground with this fabric. So I use the Monday morning dress pattern, and like I said, the pattern is a very beginner friendly pattern. But I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't enjoy I didn't like the outcome of the dress. Now, and I'm gonna pop some pictures with me with the almost completed dress. But here is the dress. Just gonna put it up on the hanger. So it has a fitted top and a flared skirt, and it's very lightweight. It is very comfortable, and it requires a 4-way stretch knit fabric. Now, because I didn't enjoy it, it's not completed. It's about 98% completed. I still have the other armhole to complete, as well as the hem. And I am at the point now where it's like, do I finish it? Do I complete it? And just to say that, yes, I've completed a knit fabric in the first quarter of the year. Or do I just, not the first quarter, the first third of the year, whatever. Or or do I just, write it off as a loss for the year and just put the fabric away and start again on another pattern and another fabric? This is where I am at right now, because right now I don't have the motivation to complete this dress. One thing I must say with Ellie and Mac, like I said, the pattern is super beginner friendly. I have no issues with the pattern at all. At all. And one thing about with Ellie and Mac is that they are very size inclusive. This pattern ranges from a double X small to a 5XL, with bust sizes ranging from 29 inches to 60 inches, 60, waist 23.5 inches to 56 inches, and hips from 33.5 inches to 63 inches. So that's one thing I must give to them. They are very size inclusive, especially in the times that we are currently in, where size inclusivity is necessary. So kudos to Ellie and Mac for that. When I first started this pattern, I envisioned, I like my fit and flare. And granted, it's a fit and flare, but the outcome that I had in my head did not match the outcome of this dress at all. And I don't know what I was thinking, because there's clearly a picture at the front of the pattern that shows you the outcome of the dress. And the outcome of my dress did came out exactly like the outcome of the dress in the pattern. I just had a different look towards it. I think I had more of a circle dress skirt bottom in mind. I think that's what it is, because that's the look that I had in my head, with the fitted top and the more of the circle skirt look to the bottom. And that threw me off a bit. And I think that's why I'm not, even though I didn't enjoy the process of sewing this, I did not enjoy the outcome. And I think this is why I'm like, I don't really want to complete it, because I don't think I'm going to wear it. I did try it on, and the bodice portion of it fits beautiful. I did cut a size large in this pattern, and the fit is perfect. It is perfect. And I get what people are saying with knitwear fabric, is that it is very forgiving and it fits you where it needs to fit you, and all of that. I understand that now. The fit is perfect. I just don't like the outcome. I just don't like it. I just don't. I'm sorry to say. When I did cut the fabric, and like I said, it calls for a 4-way stretch fabric, and I think the fabric that I used was a cotton jersey fabric. So again, maybe this type of fabric perhaps was too light for the dress. Maybe, I don't know. But I used a cotton jersey fabric, and I think I bought this fabric from Kaale Fabrics. I think I bought it a few months ago from Kaale Fabric. And so yeah, I cut out the fabric size to size large, and something happened. And I don't know whether or not I had enough fabric, or maybe the layout was incorrect. But what ended up happening was that after I finished cutting out the bottom part of the pattern, there wasn't enough for me to cut out the bodice portion how it was instructed. Now, I was instructed to cut the bodice on the fold and cut it on the fold twice, because there is the front and there's the back. But there wasn't enough fabric for that. So what ended up happening is that I couldn't cut it on the fold. I had to cut it as if I had to cut 2 on it. Sorry, I had to cut it not underfold and cut two of it twice, and then join the seam down the middle. So there's a seam at the center back, and there's also a seam going down at the center front. I mean, which isn't a big deal, at all. One thing that is a big deal to me is that I don't think that I am a fan of the zigzag stitch along the armhole and the neck hole. To me, it doesn't look neat, and maybe it's me because I wasn't enjoying the process, but I really don't like that look. Now, because this was the first time that I was, using a knit fabric, I didn't really see the need of pulling out my serger. I've discussed in the past that, although I own a serger, it's not something that I use often because I prefer other seam finishing techniques. So I don't use my serger often. So I didn't see the need of taking it out to set it up just for this. So I did use my regular sewing machine, and I used a zigzag stitch to complete it. But I think the next time that I do it, I either have two options. I'll either use the stretch thread and use a regular stitch, or I'll use the twin needles and see how that go. But I know for a fact that I do not like the zigzag look at all on it. So that's something I need to work on and decide which method I'm going to use next time on a different fabric. So let's talk about the pattern difficulty. Like I mentioned before, I would highly recommend this to a beginner. The pattern is simple. It is very detailed. There are pictures to illustrate what the written instructions are trying to convey, and the readability overall, it's very simple. So I would highly recommend this to a beginner. In terms of fitting, like I also said, I did cut a size large, and I did sew at a quarter seam allowance as recommended in the instructions, and everything came out brilliant. I have no issues with that at all. So how would I rate this pattern and the whole entire experience of sewing knit fabric for the first time? It's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one because I will definitely give the pattern a 5. Most definitely. I can't deny it. I would be a liar if I said that the pattern is rubbish. It is not. It is an extremely brilliant pattern. The pattern is excellent. It's easy to read. It's easy to understand. And the pattern only requires 4 pieces. I failed to mention that previously. We have the front and back bodice, the armhole facing, the neck facing, and the skirt. And it only requires one notion, and that's the clear elastic that you would add at the waist region in order to help the bodice hold the skirt. That's the only notion that is required. But in terms of my experience, even though the pattern was super easy, I didn't enjoy it. I really did not enjoy it. And I'm hoping that this is not an issue with knit fabric in general. Like I said, I need to find a happy medium somewhere. Come on, knit fabric, work for mama today. We have like I said, there's too much knit fabric in my stash for it to be behaving in in this sort of manner. We can't have that. So I didn't enjoy the experience. And like I said, I don't enjoy the outcome of the dress. Somehow I had something totally different in my mind. But I would not discourage anyone from sewing the pattern because, like I said, the pattern is a super easy, quick pattern. It just isn't for me. It's not for me at all. But other than that, I would give the pattern a 5. My experience, a 2. All right, lovies, that is all that I have today concerning the Monday morning dress pattern and my experience for the first time sewing knit fabric. Oh my goodness, I'm slightly disappointed. I'm so disappointed. But if you guys, those of you who enjoy sewing knit fabric, please leave some comment down below on, what's the best way to handle knit fabric. Do you have any particular patterns that you enjoy or you would recommend for someone who is just starting out using knit fabric? Let me know. I really want to get into the knit fabric, so help a sister out here, I beg. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram to keep updated in all of my other shenanigans, not just with sewing, with quilting and my beading as well. I've actually been doing a lot of quilting within the past week. I haven't sewn any garments since the last 2 Mimiji ones that I did. I've been concentrating heavily on my quilting because I have a new quilting project that I'm working on, and also I've been doing more of jewelry because I did had a lot of Mother's Day orders to complete. So that's what I've been doing in the past week. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll keep up to date with all of my other crafting shenanigans. So I hope to see you over there as well. I hope you enjoy your week. Have a lovely day. Think lovely thoughts. Keep on smiling and always make beautiful things. All right, lovies, I'm out of here. Bye.